Hi, my name is Holly Coriel, and this is my informative speech on treatments for ADHD. ADHD is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. It is a neurobehavioral disorder that causes problems with attentiveness, overactivity, impulsivity, and a general inability to focus. Looking deeper into the choices for treatments, you will find there are many, ranging from traditional pharmaceutical treatments to more natural approaches for those who prefer to avoid chemicals. Let's explore the various effects of ADHD on the patient throughout the stages of life. Now, ADHD might be hereditary, but the exact cause is unknown. Other conditions like depression, learning disabilities, or lack of sleep from a condition such as sleep apnea could be confused with ADHD. This is why a thorough examination by a physician is very important to an accurate diagnosis. The ADHD child has problems staying on task, being unable to control their body movements, and follow directions. Now, this can begin to cause low self-concept due to constantly being disciplined for, quote, misbehaving. Now, as the child enters school, these problems could follow them and then be compounded when their peers observe and react to the behaviors of the ADHD child. Doing poorly in their study habits, getting bad grades, and negative feedback from their peers can greatly affect the ADHD patient's self-esteem for the rest of their lives. When the ADHD patient advances into adulthood, there are ramifications to the low self-concept and low self-esteem developed in childhood. There could be substance abuse problems, high turnover in employment, and interference with personal relationships. Now, outcomes for treatment vary based on the individual person. What works for some may not be effective for another. There are variations of each treatment also. We will look at some basic treatments from both traditional and alternative avenues. Traditional treatments fall under pharmaceutical and physician-prescribed treatments. Your doctor could suggest taking a psychostimulant like Adderall or Ritalin daily as maintenance. Although a stimulant would be thought to make the patient's hyperactivity increase, they actually have a calming effect. The doctor could also direct the patient to start behavioral therapy to learn self-control. This skill set would allow the patient to not have to rely solely on medication to control problematic behaviors. Setting a schedule and solid daily structure also can assist the ADHD patient to stay on task. It gives them a sense of what to expect next during their day. Now, alternative treatments can be a treatment plan besides taking pharmaceuticals. Changes in diet can be very beneficial. Avoiding excessive carbohydrates, food coloring, preservatives, sweeteners, and certain vegetables high in salicylates assist in mood and behavior. Adding fish oil to the diet has become a popular treatment alternative. Fish oil aids in cognitive performance. Neurofeedback is the mapping of the patient's brain and locating where there is too much or too little activity, theoretically the source of the ADHD. Using this map, the patient can complete activities that reroute the brain waves. This treatment is still not considered by some as acceptable due to the lack of studies completed. If someone goes undiagnosed, there is no treatment at all. There are consequences ranging from lack of interest in regular daily life, having no goals for the future, to criminal behavior. Here are some examples of the outcomes for people with ADHD that are never treated for their disorder. The anger and aggression that comes with always failing can cause young adults to get into fights, commit theft, have drug abuse issues, and other deviant behaviors. There's a lack of life goals. These patients don't strive to achieve higher education or a technical skill that would provide a career path. Finally, there's the inability to stay with one activity for extended periods of time. Most cannot hold the same job for very long, adding to the negative self-concept and low self-esteem. As we can see, there are many treatment choices for ADHD patients to help them through the stages of life. These treatments help the patient gain control of their inability to function smoothly. From getting ready on time in the morning to being able to complete assignments in school or tasks at work, these become attainable goals for the ADHD patient. Although ADHD makes it difficult for the patient to be focused, control body movements, or do well in school or at work, it makes it better to have a treatment plan. Whether it's medication or therapy, finding the right plan for the individual is the most important aspect for progress. It is possible to live a happy and healthy life with ADHD. Once treatment has time to take effect, and the patient starts to do well, their self-esteem and self-concept will increase. They will then feel fulfilled and content with their lives. Thank you for listening to my informative speech today about treatments for ADHD.